Hi everyone, it's Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So if this is one of your first times joining me, welcome. I'm so glad that you have found me. Just beware that this is part of a live presentation. So if I do reach out to different people, that's the reason why. And if you're watching it on a replay and you don't like that, just scooch ahead and just miss that particular part. But I do like to answer questions as we go along because they might be questions that you have as well. So welcome to Monday, my Monday morning live here in British Columbia in Canada. And basically on this one, I usually do a fancy fold card or else I will do a 3D project. And today what we're actually doing is we're doing a really easy fun fold card that I think you'll find is so easily and it's so easy and it's easy to adapt in different ways. Hello, Barb. So in any event, I am excited about this. I'm going back and I'm using some stuff from the catalog. Anyways, I'm all over the place on this particular one. So let me go on down to my desktop. And I have to watch this because for some reason my computer keeps switching back and forth and I don't like it when it does that. Hello, Pam. Oh, you're from work. Wow, you're playing hooky. In any event, we're going to use the Countryside Inn. This particular card, it's all about the designer series paper. So it's one of those ones that you just have to, you got to get yourself a really good designer series paper or make your own designer series paper. I actually received a card like this in the swap. Hello, Laura. So basically, I want to show this. This is called a back fold card. When I got it in my swap, and I'll just quickly show it. This is when I got my swap, and it just folds back like this and comes like that. And this one I got from Lisa Althouse here in Canada. But we're going to do one using a few different other things that we have along the way. Hello, Felicia, and hello, Linda. Awesome. Okay, so if you're a blue person, you're really going to like this color combination. Of course, it is, I'm using the Night of Navy and the boho blue. You could use Misty Moonlight in the boho blue as well. But I'm just going to go ahead and use the Misty, like I say, the Misty Moonlight and the boho blue. Now, I know I wrote these sizes down, so we hope that everything works there. All right, and hello, Judy. All right, so let me just move that off to the side. Don't forget about BOGO. Don't forget about the bonus days you spend in Canada. You spend $60, you get $60 or $6 in bonus projects. So I have a piece. Now, this is boho blue. This happens to be 5.5 by 7.5. And what you're going to do is you're going to score this at 3.25 and at 6.5. And then what we're going to do is we're going to fold this in here. And I'm just going to come in with my bone folder, get a really good crisp. And then this piece here is actually going to be here, but we're going to fold it back on itself. And this is what they mean by the back fold card. Because actually, when this goes on here, this is away, and this is going to be 4.25 by 5.5, a regular size card. But then when to open it, you're just going to fold that part back. Really neat, fun fold. So, all right. There must be some nasty weather back in the Maritimes here. All right, so I have this piece. This piece happens to be, it is 3 inches by 5.25 inches. And that's the Night of Navy. And then I've got a piece of this designer series paper. I think this is my favorite out of all of this and the stripes. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to actually put that right on there. You'll see how simple this fold is. It's nice when you get a nice simple fold and you can do something with it. So I just wanted mine layered. Like I say, I could have used Misty Moonlight, but to me, the designer series paper, this is boho blue and Night of Navy on here. So I just want to make sure that that's straight. And then we're just going to go ahead and put that right on there. Now, do I want to add ribbon? No, I don't think so. If I'm going to add anything, I might just add a bow onto it. So, hello, Donna. Oh, flooding. Oh, dear. Well, you know, I don't know what's worse. We have fires all around us here. Some of my ranching friends, I really feel for them. They're busy trying to move their livestock around. And oh, my goodness. Yeah, it's kind of a real whirlwind here in the Kamloops area. And now, like, we lasted so long not having any fires. And then all of a sudden, the fires just came up, and they're natural causes, which is the worst. All right. So that's just going on there. And then on this part, this is 3/4 by 5 1/4. And I could just put this part on there, or I could turn around and use the striped on there. So it just depends how you want that. And you know what? I like that striped. So I'm going to go and put the designer series paper on that. So like I say, this is 3/4 by 5 1/4. Yeah. It's this global warming, right? It's so scary what's going on out there. And we're almost in a drought. So go figure that one. I mean, if we had a rain right now, what would happen is the ground is so hard that it would flood. And that's probably what happened back in the Maritimes. Oh, dear. All right. So then I have in this here, I have a piece. This is 3" by 5 1/4. And this is the white. And I'm actually not going to go ahead and put that in, because I think what I might do is I might decorate that piece as well. Now, you see these pieces here, and this is what I'm going to use for my back fold part. So how this happens is I put it here. I'm hoping that this is the right size. I'm going to put this here. And then when this is here, that's how that works. And then you back fold it and you lift it off. And that's how that works, this back fold part. All right. So originally, what goes so great with this particular designer series paper and this bundle is the lasting joy. But I didn't find something that I really wanted for my card on the saying. So I'm going to do this Celebrating You today. And this is from the Beside Me stamp set. I think it's such a pretty stamp set, or a stamp sentiment. So Celebrating You. And I'll just come in here and we'll try to get that even on there. Make sure that it's straight. And I think the best is to stamp this in the Night of Navy. See if I've got that straight. Not too bad. So I'm thinking, let me try again. Oh, that's really crooked. Sometimes it's best to just leave well enough alone, right? I'm missing some of these conversations on here, but that's okay. Let's just carry on with my card here. All right, so I'm just actually going to put that right down below here. Now, these are cut out from the nested essential dies. This is the rectangle one, and I want to put that down there because I want to decorate up top. Now, I did say that we could use this part here, but I think I might bring in an old stamp set, which is the Petal Path, and I'm going to use these two here. So let me just come in with that. And I'm going to stamp, and always when you're doing a two-step is you want to make sure that what you do is you stamp the outside, or the outside part first. Now, what I want to do, you always line up your punch and see where it is. Otherwise, you're going to waste an awful lot of paper. So I happen to know that that's like this. So I've got the outside of that done. Now what I want to do is I'm going to stamp the inside with the boho blue. Yeah, both those sets. What a bonus. That's awesome. So what I want to do is I'm just going to take this, and I think I may have to stamp that off, and then we're just going to line this up. Just take the time to line it up. Remember, this is photopolymer, so you kind of want to have like it padded with the paper piercing mat. I happen to have lots of padding underneath here, so that'll work. There, that's better. I had cut these out before, and they're quite dark. Oh, but it's quite pretty. So I might even use some of those on there as well. So I'm just going to come in with my punch. Don't you just love these punches? Oh my goodness, I just love them. So most of my cards are ready to go out in the mail. I'm just waiting for, if you have a stamp set coming with your class, they'll be going out in the mail if I get them today in the mail. I know the postage seems to be so long coming. Anyways, let's go here. Let's see if I can match up some of the darker, some of the lighter. Just going to put this on here. Oh yeah, that'll look good. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this on here. And I think I can put that on the inside. Let's go ahead and put this like that on the outside. And that's going to just kind of decorate that part up. And let's see, I'm going to bring in my little dimensionals as well, because these are, that's glued right on there. Let's see how that's going to work. And we can put that on. I'll put one of those on with a dimensional as well. You know what? Do I want to maybe put this one on and then put this one down below? I think we'll do that. I'll put this over there. Oops. It's nice when you see different stamp sets matched together. I find that with that Lasting You stamp set, it's great. However, I just find the stamps aren't as bold in there as I want them to be. All right, so see how that'll go on there. So I'm just going to put this, you know what, I'm going to pop this one up. And then we'll put that on, because the navy piece isn't going to pop up. So this is just going to go on here. Now, I think what I could do is also come here and let's just stamp. This is going to be with Night of Navy. Now, I did talk about just decorating it with the one flower, but see, I got to see which way that goes. Just like that. And then it has these fantastic leaves that go on there. Oh my goodness. I'm hoping that they'll at least stay on my stamp set. Whenever your stamps don't stick, just go and run them under water. You can wash them with your Dawn soap as well. And you'll find that what happens is they'll end up sticking again. You just got the punch. Hello, Marie. All right, so let's see how this is going to go on here. Whoops, I think it goes up this way. Geez, I can't even remember how this went. It's been a while since I've used it. Yeah, I think, oh my goodness, how can I forget how to use that? Oh, it goes like that. So we're not going to stamp that part. We're just going to do this part. May have to turn this over. I can't even remember. Oh my goodness, how sad is that? No, it doesn't go on that part there. There. That's how it go. Well, we're going to put it on there, and if I don't like it, I'm going to turn around and change it. No, I don't like it. I think the easiest thing would be maybe come on here, like this, and then try to get my flowers in. Let's try that. If not, we'll scrap that altogether. Whoops, we'll just do that. There we go. That'll work. I'm going to take this part off, so I'm just going to clean this stamp. You know what? I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to just change in midstream, right? Because I usually do. So I'm just going to get this going on here again. Coming in with my inside piece, I'm going to stamp that off. And I'm going to punch this out and I'll layer it on after. So just to let you know, tomorrow I'm going to be late with my my tutorial. I mean my technique. I'm going to be doing it at 6:30 tomorrow, 6:30 Pacific, and that's just due to a specialist appointment. So I thought about taping it ahead of time, but I've decided against it. All right, so this is just going to go on here, and all we're going to do is we're going to stick this flower here and one up here as well, and probably I could even put this one up here. So that's how that's going to go. So when all else fails, yes. But sometimes what I do, what I've got, and I don't know how many of you still have that, but I have a big size block here. So when I take my stamps off, I put it on there, and then I just take that completely to the right into the washroom and just wash them right off. So this will just go here. And I'm not going to be putting any dimension on there. And one there. Just there. So that's going to go like that. This is going on here. Oops. That is not very straight. Oh my goodness, you guys. Let me just get this off of here. That is so crooked. So that's going to just line that up in the middle. That's better. And then I'm coming to this side, and I'm going to glue this part down on there. So it's just going to line up right about there. I'm lining it up kind of with this edge along here. Just going to hold that down. And then we can embellish them. Now we have a couple of choices from what we can embellish with. I don't even know if I am going to use any ribbon on this, but I do have, these are Misty Moonlights. These are the tinsel gems. These ones here, or let me get that straight. There we go. Just have to hold that down there. Or we could turn around and use these pearlized pearls. So I'm not sure exactly. What are the sentiment sizes? It's very, very small. So that's why I went with this one. I hope that answered that question. So I'm thinking actually that I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use, because I think this is so pretty, is I'm using the pearlized pearls. And just put that there. There we go. And if I wanted to, I would use this as my favorite ribbon, which is the Night of Navy bordered ribbon. And I'll just do a really tiny bow on here and I'll show you what it looks like. If not, I've got the bow made for another project. I want a small bow. Tie it tight. That's a pretty big bow. There we go. Oops. There we go. Hello, Jan. There we go. Yeah, that'll fit on there. I'm just going to make that bow just a tiny bit smaller, though. There we go. And that's just going to go right on there. And I'll put that on with glue dot. So yeah, I get my bow in there if I want it. So I'll show you how this all opens up now. And just clean that off. Thank you. So like I say, it's just like this. Fold it back, and that's your card. And that's a back fold card. So I hope you enjoyed that. Now, don't forget, if you like that, give me the thumbs up. Share my video. I really do appreciate that when you do share my video. Don't forget that tomorrow I will be doing my technique. I'm going to be going and I'm going to be doing my technique at 6:30 Pacific time, and that's just due to scheduling here in town. And yeah, so we'll learn another technique or do a different type of a technique. You think the bow was the finishing touch, right, Felicia? I think it added. I think this is such a subtle navy bow that it works really quite well with it. So in any event, I hope you enjoyed that. All right, you guys, if you live in Canada, don't have a demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator. We will talk to you soon. Remember to create because it's great for the soul. Bye for now.